back already? If yes, can you give me a high five in the platform? Okay, most of you already back. So now we continue. So we have finished this in index tab. Alright, so for the navigating tab, so just now the bookmark is already used here. The top part here, transferable item of report, will be covered tomorrow because it's pertaining to just now the disclosure item. Okay, sampling done, so we will go to others tab. So can everyone go to the others tab? Okay, the others tab, right? I will bring you through a few important one. Okay. So the first one that I want to remind you is the tool setting on the top here, the company name and the year end. Okay, this was created when you click new. It was created. Okay, but subsequently, if you want to amend, you have to amend your own. For example, you see here, this client name is actually linked to here. Okay, it's linked to here. If you change this one will change. And every single page in every single worksheet will change. Okay? So for example, this one I change to C0ur53. For example, then I press enter. Yes, then all this will change. Okay? Year end also the same. So this one applicable to the subsequent year, you can change it. Alright. So printable memo, this one just type in the memo like your the memo tab, memo pad. Okay, so this one nothing much. Okay, I want to cover two more frequently used tool here under the handy. Here. Okay, can you see there's one tool name is called copy sheet. The fifth item in the handy box. Okay, it is called copy sheet. Okay, in what circumstances we will use the copy sheet? Okay, one would be maybe last year you got, if this is the first year you use AliExpress, and there are some people created some working paper last year. You say, oh, the working paper contain a lot of information that I want to put in, and then you can use the copy sheet. So you just so-called gather all the worksheets separately into this workbook as a whole. All right. Or if your client given you certain listing, okay. Let's say you call your client for some listing they have given you in Excel, then you can also put in as part of your working paper. Okay. So now, assuming your client given you a prepayment listing. So how do I do the copy sheet? Okay. So can you double click the copy sheet? So when you double click the copy sheet, the system will let you choose where you want to copy from and what worksheet and to where. To definitely is to this worksheet. Okay, to this worksheet. Because this to this workbook. This workbook is called AMC. Okay, but from you have to get from outside already. Okay, the client email to you, then you download and put it somewhere, right? So here, can you click the open new workbook? So after you open the new workbook, you're supposed to choose the location. But here, since just now we already located our training file, so it's same place as the working file. So you can see there is one Excel name listing deposit and prepayment. This one is assuming the client given you this listing. Okay, so this one is the one that I want to import copy sheet into my current working paper. So everyone can find this listing, deposit and prepayment. If not, you can browse to your desktop training file folder. Okay, can find, right? So after you select the file, you click open. Okay, now the system read the file. So in that file, actually only got one sheet, so you just tick the one sheet. Okay, then copy to the current file AEMC. Alright, so here got 3 boxes, right? From where, what worksheet to where. Okay, so it's very easy. So after you determine the three item already, from where, what worksheet to where. 2 is definitely in this working paper. Okay, then you can click run. Yeah, so by 1 second it is done. Okay, whatever you specified just now already come in. Okay, so now you can go to the index to see where it is. So normally it will be inserted at where you put just now the cursor. Okay, so just now my cursor was here, that's why you put here. Okay, so can we move this one to A5 because other receivable is in section A5? So you can use a small arrow to move down, or you can use this one to actually move. Okay, so you can just move down to A5. So we go to A5 for the last one. The last one, huh? So the last one is A5. So now the index number and the description are not the one that I liked because it's coming from the original file. So I can use the edit that I taught you to change. So how to change? You just change the, I can copy this one over because the description, I want this description, and the index number I use A5-4. Okay, A5-4. If you want to have a dash in front, you want to go in one level, you can choose second level. Okay, you can choose second level down here. Then you will go in one level. Then you click edit. Okay, you click, after you amended the box already, you click edit. Then the respective worksheet will change name and the index. Okay, if you done so, give me high five. Okay, one more thing that you may want to do is a header. Because this is a newly copied in worksheet from your client, definitely it doesn't have the header of my standard working paper, right? If you can see, my standard working paper all got the header on top, right? All got nice header on top. Then how do I actually insert the header? Okay, it's very easy. You go to A54, you want to insert the header, you just press Ctrl M. Okay, sorry, you just press Ctrl M. Alright, Ctrl M is to insert standardized header for your working paper. Then you have the index here. Okay, you have the header. When you print out, it will be it will look better. Okay. So are you okay with this Ctrl M? How to remember the Ctrl M? Just Malaysia. Ctrl Malaysia. Not Ctrl. Ctrl M. M stands for Malaysia. Okay. If you like money better, then you remember Ctrl money. Alright. Are you okay with the Ctrl M? This one is after you put in, only you press Ctrl M. Alright? Okay, so now we go to the last one. The last one is relating to the review point. If your role, of course, maybe your role is because you are new. I'm not sure whether your post is senior or manager, because newcomer doesn't mean that you are junior. Okay, if you are manager or partners or even senior, you can issue review point in this set of working paper if you want to review electronically. Okay, of course, if you want to issue review hard copy, then you have to ask the staff to print out. All right, so to save paper, okay, to save paper, you don't let them print out first. Okay, you can review on the screen. All right. If you're okay, but some people they don't like then no use. Like a lot of older partners that I encountered, they don't really like to review on the screen because it's not good to their eyes also. Okay. So now talking about the reviewer, if you are a reviewer, if your computer already already installed with AliExpress, okay, then you can click after you insert the notes, then you can click this insert add in review point, but not yet, not yet. But if your computer don't have, you can still issue notes, but then only your staff, they will click this add review point, okay? But you have to check the completeness lah, okay? So it's better that the reviewer himself or herself, the computer already have AliExpress is better because he can check the completeness. Okay. So here, let's say you are the reviewer, you want to review your working paper, your staff working paper, you can review one by one. So when you want to issue review point, okay, when you want to issue review point, then you can click and use the review function, the original review function of the Excel. You can either insert notes or insert comment. Both also can. Okay. Certain Excel version only got comment. Certain Excel version got notes. Okay, both also can. So you issue a question using a new note or new comment. Let's say, for example, I ask, why low? Why low? Okay, so now for practice purposes, you just select any worksheet and you just click on the new note to issue a new review point. Okay, then I can go on to ask one more question. So you to save time, you just ask one or two questions will do. Review, new note or new comment. Please check this figure. Okay. So you will issue review point all over the places. So sometimes it's very hard to locate the review point, right? If you issue like this, okay? So this function, right, add review point, is to get the system to read all your notes and tabulate them into one single worksheet. Okay? So if you're a reviewer, you can use the if your software you don't have AliExpress, but you can still use the normal Excel, then you can issue notes also. But you cannot have the function to tabulate. Then you can pass back to your staff to tabulate. Okay? So let's say I want to tabulate the list, so you can go to the other tab. Did you see there's one function called add review point list? This is the function for you to call the system to tabulate. Okay, you just double click, it will tabulate. So once you tabulate one first time already, the subsequent one you have to use refresh. Okay, I'll show you where to refresh. So first time you just double click add review point, and you can see there's a green color worksheet appearing. This is newly tabulated. Okay, and this worksheet is called RP review point, and it is located right at the top of the whole review point list. Okay, so it made to tabulate all the notes that you issue and into one list, so it's easier for you to monitor, easier for your staff to answer your question. Okay. So you can ignore those issued by Ivan because Ivan is our technical director. This one is that he issues some notes in the income tax. Okay? So you can ignore those issued by Ivan. So coming to this, if your staff taken back this file, they will ask me, oh, my partner Eric asked me why low or where. He can click the reference. Then it brings you to the location. Then you can start to clear, you can amend, then you can answer why. Because blah 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 blah. Then okay, you can answer. Okay? Understand? However, any subsequent change to the notes, okay, it will not automatically reflect in the RP. See, just now the because is not here. So if you want to update the notes, you have to go to the RP. When you click the RP, right, when you are in the RP, in the command center, there is a new function appearing called refresh review point list right in the middle here. Did you see? And this wording, this function only available for RP. The rest don't have this function. Only RP have. Okay? So you can just click refresh. Then whatever comment from the staff will be shown here also. Alright? Then how to delete the review point? You go to the review point node, click the box and press delete. Okay, after you delete, come back to review point, refresh. Then it will be gone. Alright, so this is to assist you to issue review point and for you to monitor review point and for the staff to answer your question. It's easier and faster. Okay, I remember last time one of the difficulty that I had when I clearing my senior review point was it's very hard to read their handwriting. Okay, their handwriting sometimes is cannot say. Okay, and sometimes even I can read the handwriting when they refer me to some page. The working paper are so large, so many info inside. I don't really know what are they asking. Okay, and what info they are asking. So this review point method, okay, this way of issuing review point is actually helping you to clear the review point faster. Okay? So far can understand. If you can understand, can you give me high five? Alright? Okay, if you can understand, it's very good. And we have already covered what I intended to cover for this command center. You see, we spent a few time, quite a moment here, because the working paper actually carry a lot of information when you gather your audio evidence. All right, so it's quite important. Okay. So now let us go to the next phase. The next phase, okay, is to pass audit adjustment. Okay, so assuming you have done all the audit, you have done the sampling, blah blah blah, and you are going to find out error sometimes, right? Most likely you will find out some error. Okay, for example, the error coming back from the example of trade receivable, for example, let's say maybe I receive a confirmation. The confirmation, the balance is different. And after you investigate, the confirmation is actually there are certain payment. Okay, there are certain payment or there are some invoice not taken up or something like that. Okay, so if you are going to pass adjustment, if you sure that that is a misstatement already, then of course you need to write story, right? Okay, story writing, you can write it here. You can create a space, then you can write a story. Okay, you can write blah blah blah, what is the differences, or because there is a misstatement in the account, so we propose to adjust the account. Debit what, credit what. Okay, so you write the story here. Okay, any way you want, because Excel it is so large, right? You can, as long as you can type in, it's okay. Okay, so you write your grandfather story is okay. However, you decided to pass audit adjustment. You cannot just put your adjustment here because the real database is in the Audit Express. This one is a supplementary evidence to support your data, your database, right? So you have to put back the audit adjustment into the lead schedule. That means you have to pass the adjustment in the database. You cannot just put into the Excel file. Can you understand? So now I teach you how to put the audit adjustment into the database. Okay, so this one, of course, if you're done with this one, you can save. Okay, if you're done with this one, you can save and you can close. Okay, so now we go back to the database, which you click the Audit Express, we return to here. Because these are all linked, this software is linking to the database. To adjust the figure, you have to put the adjustment here. Okay, now what I want you to do is you go to your training folder. Go to your training folder. at the outside here, you can see there is a PDF file labeled with B1. B1 2018. How come 2018? I thought this one is 2016 account. I thought the database is 2016, right? Oh, okay. So the company, the audit file is the PDF file is wrong. So it will be 2016 audited account. Okay. So can you open up B1 2018? Okay, it's supposed to be 2016. Okay, you open up the audited account already. You go all the way back to last two pages, page number 10 and page 11. You will locate a sample audit adjustment. Can you locate that? If yes, can you give me high five? Okay. So you know that auditor will pass audit adjustment, right? So I need to pass an audit adjustment. So here I give you 2 pages of audit adjustment sample. Okay, the first page of page number 10. Here we have 3 audit adjustment. One is to accrue audit fee, then taxation, current tax, and deferred tax. Okay, so this one is a sample adjustment. So if you go to page number 11, here we have a reclass double entry. Okay, reclass adjustment. Reclass means that the account is correct. You just want to reclass the amount so that it will present in the proper place. Okay, that most commonly appear in current, non-current, director salary, or normal salary, those kind of things. Okay, so this one is more for disclosure purposes to make sure the disclosure are according to the auditing standard, according to the FRS or MPERS. Okay, so here I give you these 2 examples. All right, so here, okay, so assuming we are going to pass the adjustment into this form, okay, into this form. Okay, I put this one aside first. Okay, in this list schedule in form view, you can find there is one adjustment button at the bottom right on top of the close button. Or if you are already outside in the ATB, you also can find the adjustment button. The adjustment button, right, only will appear in here, Auditor TV. Other places will not have adjustment. Understand? Only ATB phase have adjustment because this is the place where we perform the audit, look into the figure, and we can propose adjustment. That's why there is one adjustment column here. Can you understand? So adjustment is only available in ATB phase. Alright, so everyone, can you click into the adjustment button and you will see there is a list. Normally it will be black if it is the first year. Okay, to save time, I have already input 1 and 2 inside there. So now I want to you to follow me to pass adjustment number 3 and RJ01. Okay, so now let's read what is adjustment number 3. Okay, adjustment number 3 is debit taxation 13515, credit deferred tax 13515. Okay, the narration is being additional deferred tax liability. Okay, so this one we'll put aside. So now ready to put in the audit adjustment. So the new adjustment, you need to click add button. There is add button, right? So you click the add button. So when you click the add button, the system will give you adjustment number 3 because we already have number 1 and 2 on top. Okay? So from this point of time, after you click add, can you don't touch your mouse? We will use the keyboard and enter. Why I want you to use the keyboard and enter? Because when you use the keyboard and enter, it's easier for you to familiarize where the cursor goes. Later on, when you are familiar, you use your mouse. Up to you. But now, for this learning phase, please follow me. Okay? We use enter. Okay? So now the cursor is at number 3. So can you press enter? Where does the cursor go? Yes, the cursor go to narration. So can you key the narration? Being additional deferred tax liabilities. Okay, so you just key like that. Alright? So you have to key in why you want to pass the audit adjustment. Okay, I give you 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Okay, done. Alright, so now you press enter and see what happened. Okay, when you press enter, the cursor move up to the account column for you to choose the account. So that's why if you use a mouse first time, definitely you will go and click the nature because you are not sure. Okay, so now using the enter, you will know where are the information, what information the system want. Okay, now the debit is taxation, credit is deferred tax, right? So taxation, you key T, and you press on T on the keyboard. So all the T account will come up. All the accounts starting with T will come up. And these accounts are the account appearing in the trial balance of your client. Okay, but there are certain accounts in the account chart of account but not used. It won't show here. Okay? So we can see there's one taxation, right? So you just use your arrow down to choose the taxation, then press enter. So this one is debit taxation. The amount is 13515. Debit side. Okay, for the amount column, to save time, the programmer put the amount into one column. Debit is called positive, credit is negative. Okay, so debit, if you key in the positive, the system will automatically treat it as the debit side. Okay, so 13515, then you press enter. So the cursor will move down to the next row. So this time we should search for an account called deferred tax. So you type D. Okay, you got the account also. Okay, so the balancing, the system will give you a negative 13515 to balance out your double entry. So if you done so, can you give me high five? So this is how easy to pass one adjustment. Whatever you pass adjustment, you will straight away go into your list schedule already. No need to press posting like F4 number 1 posting, F4 number 2 posting. No, there is no command listing here. Okay, so no need to do posting. Directly go to the list schedule. Okay, so done. All right. Fantastic. So now we go, how easy is that? So now we go to RJ1. Okay, RJ1 is reclassification. Okay, reclassification. Some audit firms, they choose not to use RJ. They use 1, 2, 3, 4, continue up to them. Why I prefer to segregate the numbering? Because it's easier to communicate to the client. You can tell the client, say, oh, those are the RJ, don't pass into the accounting, it's okay. Because this one is for us to adjust the account so that it will present nicely in the auditor. But in terms of accounting, may not be meaningful, so sometimes they don't want to pass also. Okay, because this will not affect the net profit. Okay, so this RJ is higher purchase creditor 402220 and credit higher purchase creditor non-current 402220. Alright, the narration is being apportionment of finance is payable due after 12 months. Alright, so here, can you, same thing, a new adjustment, what you do is you click add button. Okay, so when you click the add button, the system gives me number 4, but this time I don't want number 4, I want RJ01. So what to do, you can manually type over the number 4. The system is able to accept whatever you type. Okay? The system allows you to type whatever number you like. So no worry. Okay? So after we created our own number, then we press enter. Narration. Narration, can you key being apportionment of finance lease payables due after 12 months. Okay, I give you 5 seconds to key. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Done? Done, right? So the rest are the same, huh? So you press enter. Okay, you press enter. So debit what? Higher purchase H. So you can see the higher purchase credited. Okay? Debit 402220. Okay? Then press enter. Credit higher purchase non-current 42220. Okay, the example here, right, is very simple. Okay? What if you cannot find the account that you want? That means the client never used it. Have you done this in the first place? Before I go on. If you've done this, can you give me high five? I explain another scenario. Okay? So another scenario is that when you want to choose the account, you cannot find higher purchase creditor and non-current. Okay, you cannot find. If you cannot find, means the client knows such account. But maybe the chart of account got this account. Understand? So if I'm you, I will not go and look for chart account. I simply I say, oh, don't have. I create a certain account that I like, non-current. It's okay one. Whatever you type is okay. But when you press enter, the system will go to find this account in the account in the chart account. If the system cannot find, you can straight away do account grouping for it. So to do account grouping straight like this is much faster than you go and search the whole set of the chart account. That one will spend more time. Understand? So please don't go and search the chart account. As long as you see there's no such account, create one account for your client. Because the client never use any account, whatever name you give to them, they will just create. Okay? So like this one, if I cannot find the higher purchase creditor bracket non-current, I created one higher purchase creditor dash non-current. It's also okay. But this time, when I press enter, the system will say, you cannot find this account. Okay, it's okay. Straight away, you do account grouping. It's the same result. It will be the same result. Only the account name is different only. Can you understand? So this one, I just put NCL. This one is finance lease creditor. Then NA. So this one, you just do this account grouping in 2 seconds. If you go and find the account group, chart of account, find, it takes you 1 or 2 minutes. It's very time consuming. You don't do that kind of things. Just create whatever account you like, as long as meaningful to the client. Okay, then you close. You will achieve the same result. Okay, understand? Don't spend time to search for the account that the client don't have. Straight away create one account on the spot. So far, can you understand what the tips I give you? Can you understand? Can you give me high five? Because I'm coming from the point of view of practical, okay? Don't waste time on that things, okay? Because God or not, it will end up the same. It will still go to the balance sheet. It will still go to the audit account. It's just that the account name is different only. The client don't have this account anyway. And the client may not want to pass this adjustment anyway because it's RJ. Okay? Mr. Tan and Mr. Wong, can you understand? All right. Thank you. Okay, so we have passed the adjustment already, so everyone can understand. Okay, one more thing, because this is mastery course, right? I need to teach you some little tricks. Okay, if just now you didn't follow my enter. Let's say I delete this one. Let's say after I pass the first row, then I use my mouse to click elsewhere. Then I say, okay, I want to continue RJ01. When you click the blank row, you can see the adjustment number and the duration is already gone because you already moved away from that adjustment already. Then how do I continue RJ01? Very simple. You just go to the adjustment number, key back RJ01, then press enter, then it will continue. The system is recognizing the adjustment number. Understand? So don't worry if you cannot see the account. If you cannot see the adjustment number, just key back the adjustment, it will continue. So even now, if I want to pass adjustment for adjustment number 1, can I continue back to adjustment number 1? Yes, I just key back number 1 here. Then I can continue already. Understand? Then later, right, this adjustment will combine with number 1 on the top. Okay? You can always continue the adjustment as long as you key back the adjustment number. Understand? Alright, so come to the next thing is to, okay, now I want to print the adjustment list like this. Let's say I want to print this list. Okay, I want to print this list. Okay, depends on the, okay, before that. Okay, so let's say you want to print this list, right? You can find there is a green icon. There is a green icon, huh? So from now on, as long as you see the green icon, that one allow you to generate a report. So here is a list of adjustment report. Okay? So everyone, can you click the green icon? Okay, so when you click the green icon, the system asks you to key in the person who authorized the adjustment. So it depends on the stage that you are in. Let's say now I'm just doing audit. I just want to print out and file to my working paper. I'm not going to issue my audit adjustment list yet. Then you can ignore this. You straight away click OK. Alright. Then the adjustment that you generated doesn't have a place for signature. Can you understand? It will not have a place for signature because just now you press enter. Okay? Then another one. Let's say now you already come to the end of the audit. The audit file has been reviewed, the draft has been reviewed, and your partner already approved to issue a draft. Okay, so when you issue a draft, you are going to put the audit adjustment together, right? Here, when you generate this, maybe you want to put in the person who is going to authorize the audit adjustment. All right. So here, let's say I know who is authorizing, then maybe I key in the person name, Eric, then press enter, then press the key in the designation. All right. So if you don't know who is going to sign, but you know it's director, then just now the name, straight away you key director. Understand? Then the designation, you just ignore. Alright, so when you press enter, it gives you another field to put in the second signatory. If you don't want the second signatory, one is already enough, you just press enter one more time, it will be gone. Okay, it will give you a page with only one signatory. Okay, if you want to continue, you can put Irene, director also. Then here, the adjustment list will have 2 signatory space. Okay, so maximum 2 signatory space. All right, and everyone, you can generate this adjustment list already, right? Yes, right? So this adjustment list, right? As I told you, it will be segregated into 2 pages. One with the numerical 1, 2, 3. One with alphabetical RJ01. This is purposely designed so that you can call your client and say, hey, madam, the RJ01, up to you, you want to pass or not. Not pass, also never mind. Okay, so up to your firm's policy lah. Okay? So understand? So this one is purposely segregated with 1, 2, 3 with the RJ. Right, so you can close. Close. Okay, can you close? Alright, so just now I told you the adjustment no need to post, right? So automatically it will go to the lead schedule. Okay, so now I just show you the lead schedule. So just now we passed the audit adjustment for defer tax. Okay, now I go to the defer tax. Then I open up the lead schedule. So did you see the adjustment will straight away appear on the lead schedule of deferred tax liabilities? Okay? Okay? Alright. So this is the audit adjustment part. So if you completed the audit adjustment, that means the final balance is audited balance already. So we can use this one. Tomorrow we will use this one to do the audited FS. And here, don't forget there is one more step called step number 7. Before you prepare the annual report, prepare the audited FS. Here we got step number 7. Step number 7, we call it useful report. You can you generate useful report. Okay, so where do we generate the useful report? Is actually here. You look at my screen, it's actually here. Step 7 are all you can generate the report from here. Okay, so this report, first you need to understand this report are using the data here. The data here. If you do halfway in your audit, you go and generate this report. Of course, the report will be using the latest figure, the halfway figure. Understand? Okay, yeah. So normally we generate this report when it's already almost the end. Only we will generate this report. Okay, this report can be generated anytime. Okay, it can be for internal use or can be for external use. External use means that you can generate a report, print to PDF or print hard copy and send to the client. Okay, so this report is all up to you how you want to utilize. Okay, but some definitely more towards internal audit working paper purposes. Okay, so let us come to look at the list. Okay, let us look at the list. Are you okay? Everyone can see here? Okay. How come left 3%? Where are the rest? Miss Yong, where are your colleagues? Miss Yong, where are they? Where is Miss Chong? No internet? How come? Because of 5 o'clock Then how come Miss Yong you got internet? Because you are at home, is it? You're using hotspot? Okay, understand. Okay, never mind. You tell them not to panic. Wait for the recording. All right. Okay. So here I will continue. Is it okay? I continue. Miss, they're coming back. Gone again. Okay. I can continue, right, Miss Yong? Hi, Mr. Chin. You back? They are coming back. All right. Then let me wait for a while. Okay, so now let us look at some of the useful report. Now let us look at some of the useful report. As I mentioned, it can be internally used or can be given to your client. Okay, so the first 5, these are the lead schedule. Lead schedule. Okay, you will ask me, lead schedule, why is it here as a useful report? Why is it not in the lead schedule in form view? Okay, why our programmer put outside here is because the lead schedule in form view, you have to click one and generate one by one. And that means you can only print one by one. So that one will be time consuming. So here, you can generate the lead schedule for all the balance sheet. As long as it's finalized already, right? You can generate the balance sheet lead schedule all at one go. Okay, so it will be much faster. So, but beware, if you want to generate a lead schedule from here, please make sure you also tick on what? Default tick mark, okay? Insert default tick mark. Only the alpha beta will go in. If you didn't tick the default tick mark here, the lead schedule that you printed don't have tick marks, only have casting mark. Mr. Chin, hi. Okay, huh? Can you understand? All right. Okay, talking about the lead schedule for P and L. So normally for P and L, right, the lead schedule prepared by the software is one account by one account. Cleaning expenses, one lead schedule. Interest, one lead schedule. Depreciation, one lead schedule. So normally we don't use so many lead schedule from the P and L. Alternatively, you can use what? You can use the balance sheet and P&L before and after as your lead schedule for the P&L. Okay, can you open up the P&L account? Sorry, can you open up the last this one, balance sheet and P&L account before and after adjustment? So this one, right, can be treated as your lead schedule for the P&L. Can you go to the P&L? So normally I would use this one as a lead schedule instead. Okay. Can you understand? But this one a bit not so good because there is no segregation in the cost of sales. There is no direct labor segregation. Okay, but it's good enough to become one of your working paper to put into your P&L section. Normally, I will put this one in the first page of my P&L section, IS1, IS2, IS3. Okay, then I put this one on the top. Then I can create one lead schedule for sales. Okay, then cost of sales, I will use this one straight away. Okay, because it's not not very practical to use all the P&L. Use all the P&L, every single account become one lead schedule. Okay, so normally we don't do that. Huh? So this is a P&L a bit special lah. So you can use this one. Okay, so here the P&L or you can use the lead schedule by account nature also can. Okay, let's say you can create the lead schedule by account. You can go to the cost of sales. This cost of sales also can become your lead schedule. Okay, can you understand? But here you cannot see this one. Can we see the adjustment? This one you cannot see the adjustment. Okay. All right. So you can try to see what format you are okay with. Okay, you can see what format you are okay with. Okay, here got different report you can use. Okay, so adjustment, right? Here we got three more adjustment format. Just now the default format for the adjustment is like this. Okay, the double entry debit credit. Then we got balance sheet debit credit, P&L debit credit. Okay, if you feel that this is confusing, because sometimes debit is here, credit is here. So sometimes it's misleading. People will thought this one is debit, this one is credit. Okay, if you feel this format is confusing, then you use the format outside here. Don't click the green report just now. Okay, so it's up to you. So here, same format. If you use this audit adjustment report, it will ask you to key in the director name also. It's the same. Okay. So the next one will be closing balance. Okay, this one very clear for external use. We put there for client references. Okay, normally the client would like to double check their account opening to make sure that their opening account tied to the audited account. So this one is a good report to give to them. Okay, this report doesn't have P&L because the net profit already go into retained earning. So the client is checking the balance sheet opening. Okay, so this one you can open and print to PDF for them. Okay, or if you want to put this one into the working paper also can. This one, right, you can export to rich text, same thing, like yesterday, export to rich text. Then you can put into the working paper for further modification. Okay, so all the report here, most of the report here can be exported to a rich text format to put into the Excel working paper. All right. Okay, next is the final TB. Okay, the final TB here got 4 format. Basically, the final TB is talking about this one. The client TB plus and minus adjustment go to final TB. Okay, so this one is most of the information here, but here got 4 format. Okay, so you choose which format you want. So personally, I normally use the last one, the final TB by account group. Okay, so these are commonly used, the final TB. All right, so the client TB, debit credit to your final TB. Okay, audited TB. So this format is easier, and this one also can be exported to rich text formats, then import into the working paper for further modification. Okay. All right. So next one is the ratio of P&L to trading income. This one you can open up and have a look. This one is a final some sort of P&L analysis. So the system will show you the percentage of change and the fluctuation of the account in the P&L and percentage of change. So from here, here got a few analysis. You can see whether the final balance is okay or not. Okay, for example, if you go to purchases, purchases is 36% of the sales last year and 35% of the sales this year. So is it okay? It looks okay. Okay, salary last year is 7% of the sales. This year is 11% of the sales. Is it okay? Up to you. Okay, so maybe we will need to document down why is it increased so much. Okay, why is it increased so much? In terms of 7% increase. Okay. Sorry, not per 7%. 78% increase. So there must be some special payment or increase in salary, or else it will be misstatement already, right? So this one is final for you to have a final look. You should have detected this one when you do the audit, okay? So final variance explanation, balance sheet before and after, all these you can actually generate to have a look. Final variance explanation is a final analytical review for change and percentage of change. These are using the this is final analytical review. Remember yesterday I already taught you the preliminary analytical review. So preliminary analytical review is talking about client balance before audit. And this one is after audit. Okay, so this one you also can export to the rich text format and put into the Excel working paper and start to put in a comment. All right, then it's part of your working paper also. All right. So if you tomorrow morning, if you are free, you can use this AEMC file. You can just open up every single one to have a look. What is a format and what are the information contained in that report, and see whether you can use it in your working paper. All right. Okay. So this is step number 7. Step number 7, we have completed up to here. Okay, so now we will go to step number 8 to prepare the audited FS. To prepare the audited FS, yeah? So now can you close from here? We will go to the last step, step number 8, the reporting. Okay, report drafting. So it's called annual report drafting. So we go into the annual report. Then from here, you can choose financial statement editor. This is a place for us to generate the whole set of FS and the annual report. Okay, we call them financial statement editor. So if you are here, can you give me high five? Okay. So I will just touch on a few things because session 1, we will touch on a few things. The major thing will be covered in session 2 for annual report. So here you can see the left-hand side, account scanning result. Okay, so the account is balanced. Retained earning is out by 100,000. This one you already know, right? From the beginning, is due to dividend paid. Okay, so as long as there is a dividend paid during the year, it will have this. So if there's no dividend paid, it shouldn't have anything. It should be okay in blue wording. Okay, cash flow is not done. Net book value test for fixed asset schedule. Fixed asset schedule is note to account. So this one I will not cover today. Tomorrow Irene will cover. Okay. Then the last one, rounding error. Okay, rounding error is because we generate the FS in a rounded figure, right? Rounded. Okay. So but our TB is having decimal point. Okay. Remember yesterday, Irene taught you when you copy and paste last year TB, she asked you to round the last year TB, but don't round the current year. Why? Why round the current year and round the last year but don't round current year? Because last year is audited. Okay? You have to round it because you already submitted to SSN is rounded one. So by even out by 1 ringgit, you still have to die follow the SSN account, isn't it? So that's why I really say round, okay? So that you no need to have a rounding error here. You won't see a rounding error here because in the first place, you already put rounded figure. Understand? That's why we don't want you to do the rounding up to now, okay? Because right now you have to follow the SSN account already. Okay, but for current year, there's nothing to follow. So you can still change whatever you want for current year. That's why we, for the current year TB, whether you put in rounded or not rounded, that doesn't matter because the system will throw out rounding if that is not balanced. Okay, so now I teach you how to do the rounding. Tomorrow, Irene will teach you one more time. All right, but this one very simple. Okay, 2 ringgit here is for TY. TY is this year. The 2 ringgit means that positive means that after rounded, the debit is more than credit by 2 ringgit. If it's negative, that means negative credit is more than debit by 2 ringgit. Understand? So here, if it's positive 2, that means you are going to put in negative 2 negative. Negative 2 ringgit to knock. If it's negative, you have to put in positive 2 ringgit to knock. Right? Okay, so normally it will be like this. We will use this button on the right hand side. There is one button specially created to tackle this one. Okay, so it's called adjust rounding error. Adjust rounding error. This one is for you to do the rounding error adjustment. So here you click into the adjust rounding error. So the system here, in the last year got no problem, we just ignore last year. For the 2016, all are rounded. But after rounded, it becomes not balanced by 2 ringgit. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, so this negative 2 ringgit, where should I put? Okay, normally we will put into P&L, those very insignificant account, and those people don't care kind of account, and the tax people also don't care, such as postage, such as cleaning, such as printing. These are the account is suitable to adjust the 2 ringgit or 1 ringgit. Okay, don't put the amount into those very glaring account like salary, okay, like bonus, and those people are going to scrutinize one. Okay, so if you decided the 2 ringgit to put into the printing, so what you do is you scroll down to find a printing account. It will be in the expenses, and it will be here, printing account, printing and stationery. Can you find the printing and stationery? At the moment, the rounded figure is 7865. Okay, so okay lah, because it's 2 ringgit, right? Can I put 1 ringgit here and 1 ringgit here? One in the printing, one in the postage. Is it okay? Okay lah, huh? Okay, so in the courier and postage, right? I reduce 1 ringgit. I straight away change the 2 into 1. I reduce 1 ringgit, then press enter. When you press enter, right, the system already remember there is a yes and asterisk mark come up. Okay, then printing and stationery, I also reduce 1 ringgit. Okay, become 4. Now my audited balances will be debit equal to credit already. So have you done this? If you done this, can you give me high five? So this is how you do the rounding error. So this 1 ringgit adjustment will not affect your working paper. It will only affect the audited FS. Okay, this is just to give you a very convenient way to adjust the account to make it balanced and able to go up. Okay, so you just close. So now it become rounding error become nil. Nil means no rounding error. That means your account is all balanced up. Mr. Wong, are you okay? Okay, yeah, good. So now you can generate the audited FS already. So what you do is you select all. You can click select all, then open spreadsheet. When you click select all, those relevant one will be highlighted. Cash flow is not okay, that's why it's not highlighted. All right. Then you click select all, then open spreadsheet. Let the system answer no. Let the system generate the transitional spreadsheet. Why we call it transitional spreadsheet is because it's for you to review before you later on you are going to use this set to move to the annual report. Okay, so this one you transition spreadsheet you can generate how many times also can. It will take the latest available info. Okay, if wrong you amend, regenerate. Wrong, amend and regenerate. Okay, so it will take the latest figure in your auditor TB and plus and minus your rounding error. Okay, so can you okay here the transition spreadsheet, right, is a temporary spreadsheet for you to do checking. It's not the final annual report. The final annual report, our final annual report is in Microsoft Word. Okay, this one will be transferred to Microsoft Word. So here I got 9 tabs. Balance sheet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This 9 tab is corresponding to the 9 items in the list here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So 1 item, 1 tab. So now you just do the checking. Alright? Okay? So everyone, you got the transition spreadsheet? Yes? Can you give me high five? Okay. So now actually the content that I want to cover is already done. So basically we will go into the clinical session. Okay. Sorry. Okay, actually when we design this program, there is one portion, 20 minutes, right, is talking about subsequent year audit. But I decided not to cover this today because you guys were coming back tomorrow session, right? So I will cover this one on Thursday. Because even I cover today, I will cover only database how to transfer and the Excel how to transfer. Okay. In Thursday, I can also include the Microsoft Word. Okay. So I decided to do it on Thursday since all of you are coming back. All right. So this one I will take out. We will go straight away into the clinical session. Okay. Can we go to the clinical session now? Okay, oh, by the way, in a clinical session, right, there is one question relating to the fixed asset notes. Okay, not tied to the movement of not the movement. The fixed asset notes doesn't tie to depreciation expenses. Okay, why don't I straight away use this example to illustrate to you? Okay, I use this example to, because this case, AEMC, there is one thing that is very weird. Okay, you look at my screen, you look at my screen. You're referring to the translator spreadsheet. Okay, normally, right, if this is a final set of TV, a final set of balance sheet or P&L, so the figures would tie, right, to the detailed P&L, right? So in this case, there is something very weird. Okay, so can you, okay, can everyone go to the fixed asset notes? Okay, can you go to the fixed asset notes? Okay, tomorrow Irene is going to teach you how to group it. But now I just want to show you, even before grouping for the fixed asset notes, there's something very weird here. Okay, you look at my screen. Now I'm going to check the P and L. I'm going to check the, what is that? I'm going to check the depreciation charge during the year. Whether this figure tie to P&L or not. Okay, but of course these notes, Irene tomorrow will explain to you. You need to go and search for disposal. Okay, I just give you one example. Okay, let's say the notes of PPE, there is a disposal 3006 in this plant and machinery. If Irene will explain to you this 3006 tomorrow how to do. Okay, let's say I got 3006, right? Disposal. This one I must plus back 3006, plant and machinery. Okay, I choose plant and machinery. This one, right? Let's say this is 3006 disposal. Then this one must plus back 3006 because there is a disposal there. Okay, assuming this is a correct movement of my PPE notes. Okay. Okay, why I say is correct? Because you know this opening balance coming from TB, this closing balance also coming from TB, so it's rounded there for last year and rounded there for this year. So the system will throw everything into the changes during the year. Okay, the charge for the year. So this one more or less must be the correct one, all right. So the scenario here is like this, Okay, you can see after I adjusted for the disposal, this one must plus back the disposal figure, right? So this one is the total 500942. This is the total depreciation charge in the movement of notes to accounts. So you can understand this one, right? Can you understand? Okay, now I want to check this charge for the year, does it tie to my P&L or not? Okay, so you look at how I check. Okay, for example, in the P&L, I got two depreciation. One coming from cost of sales, one coming from expenses. Okay, so I will just do a formula linking so that we can see the total. Cost of sale, I will equal to manufacturing account. So this one is a rounded figure. 25254,825. Okay, so this one is coming from the detailed P&L cost of sales. Okay, and this one I will equal to expenses depreciation here. Okay, 246119. This one is a rounded P&L depreciation. Okay, I must make sure this one tied to the summation of these two. Okay, so I do a simple calculation. Can you see? Can you see the differences? Okay, this one can I change or not? This part. Do you think you can change this part? Can anyone tell me, can I change this part? Mr. Mr. Wong. Mr. Wong. This is the PPE movement, depreciation, accumulated depreciation movement. Can I change this one? Mr. Wong? Can you? Cannot. Okay, it's not say cannot. If you want to change, you can. But you have to change this one. Am I right? Because this one is already fixed. This one coming from last year audited account. Okay? So the only way you can change is to change this one. Then this one will definitely change, right? But normally, we don't want to change the balance sheet figure because if next year got no movement, then every year you need to change the 2 ringgit there. Understand? Okay, huh? Okay, understand? So normally we will take this one as final 500942. But what we can change is change these two. We can make the adjustment here in the P&L. Why we prefer to make the P&L? Because P&L, right? Yes, well, problem on cash flow. Okay, so that's why normally, right, we will ask you, since we already checked the P&L and the balance sheet depreciation not the same, so we prefer to change in the P&L. The P&L, after you adjust the rounding error, then it will go into the net profit. Net profit 2 years later, it will be bye-bye, right? Okay, so it will tie one. So it will we hide in the 2 ringgit into the P&L will do. Okay? So understand? So this one, right, if I do another reconciliation, cost of sales, right, normally is coming from the plant and machinery as well as the land. Okay? So this one, I do a summation and see whether I can do like that. This one plus this one. Just 9 is out by 1 ringgit. Okay? Then how about this one? This one is equal to the total minus this one, right? Just 9, this one also out by 1 ringgit. Okay? Can you see? Okay, so that means sometimes the rounding error, not necessarily you must always put into printing, stationery, things like that. In this case, because the P&L doesn't tie, so actually we can put the negative one into depreciation expenses, right? So that it can tie to my fixed asset movement. Understand? Okay? Okay, understand? So sometimes when you find the P&L rounded and the balance sheet rounded, this one is a balancing from opening and closing. It doesn't tie, then you may want to adjust your rounding inside here already. So how can I understand? If you can understand, can you give me high five? Understand? Huh? So in order to make the account balance and also tie the depreciation, so now I decided to change my rounding error. I will take out from just now the printing, I put the negative one into depreciation. Then I can settle 2 problems. One is a rounding problem, one is a tying problem of my depreciation. Okay? Understand? So here, maybe I decided to reset my rounding error again. So I go back to my adjusting rounding error. So I will double click to erase the previous rounding error I put inside here. So now the 1 ringgit, the 2 ringgit, right? I will go and search my depreciation to put in rather. Okay? So I go to put in my depreciation. This one go to 8118. Okay? This one go to cost of sales, become 2824. Okay? Understand? So by doing the rounding error in the depreciation, I achieve 2 targets. One, the account become balanced. Another one, the depreciation tied to the notes. Okay? So I close. So I have 1 stone killing 2 birds. So now I can ignore the previous version of transfer spreadsheet. I regenerate again. Then the system will give me a new figure. Okay. Okay. So now I double check again. So this one is 3006. This one plus back 3006. Okay. So now, what is my cost of sale figure and what is my expenses figure? So my cost of sale figure is same thing, which is this one. My expenses figure is this one. So I do a summation here. So it ties, alright? So this one ties to this one already. Okay? So far can understand? So why I want to give you this example is because just on the rounding error that we put into the printing and stationery, sometimes maybe you need to consider to check first, okay, to see whether no, just now I don't know about these differences. I straight away put into the printing and stationery and postage to make the account balances. Then after I generate the transfer spreadsheet, then only I check to see which one and which one doesn't tie. So if it's tied, then it's okay already. If it's not tied, you can do a reversal and to adjust the rounding error into depreciation also. Okay, so because this is important, because when we do the annual report, these kind of things may happen. Okay, as an auditor, we need to check. Otherwise, people will laugh at us. Hey, why this one not Taiwan? This auditor very careless or something like that. We don't want that to happen, right? Okay. So far, can understand? If you can understand, give me high five. Okay, good. Okay, so now, okay, why I cover this one straight away from here, because one of the question in the clinical is this one. Okay, so now let me open the clinical session. Can everyone open the clinical session? So this one I close already. I don't need to save. Okay, so this one Irene will teach you again tomorrow when she talks about rounding error, because rounding error you need to redo it again tomorrow. Okay, now we go to the training folder. Now it's 5:30, right? So we go to the clinical session. We open up the FAQ session 1. Yesterday Irene already covered up to question 5, I think. Okay, Irene already covered up to question 5. Because question 5, those relating to 1 to 5, she already covered. Okay, let me open this. Am I right? Question 1 to 5, she already covered, right, yesterday? Huh? Confirm, huh? So now we continue with question 6. Everyone, have you opened the FAQ? Yes, have you opened the FAQ? If yes, give me high five. Okay, so now we continue with question 6. Okay, question 6. How to rectify the account name with capital letter? I think Irene also covered this one, right? Am I right? Question 6. Did she? Irene, did you cover? No, Okay, never mind. Okay, how to rectify the account name with capital letter? Okay, remember yesterday when Irene taught you, when do we change the capital letter to small letter? Is when we do account grouping, right? There is one F1 number 6. There is only chance that you can change the capital letter to sentence case. Okay, number 6 is okay. Here we got a sample. Can you link to the file AEMC Clinic 1-2. Okay, 1-2. So we have a sample here. So I link to the clinical session 1-2. Clinical session 1-2. So if you want to follow me, you can also link to this file. Then you can do together with me. Okay? So everyone, you link to the clinical session, the AEMC Clinic S1-2. Okay, you link to this file. So this is an example whereby someone, okay, you link the file already, right? You go to the audit planning. This is a case someone forgot to change a capital letter into small letter, okay, when they post the account. So it becomes all the account name in the data is capital letter. It's okay. If you are okay with this, then it's okay. Because this one will not affect the audited account. The audited account still very nice. But this one will affect the lead schedule. I show you the lead schedule. So your lead schedule, right? All the lead schedule, the lead schedule will have like this. All the account name on lead schedule are having capital letter. Okay? If you are okay, with this, then no need to change. Okay? But if you say, can I change to the sentence case? Sentence case means first character is big, the rest are small. Can I change? Okay, now I teach you how to change. The steps are all in the Excel file here. The steps are all in this question 6. So first, okay, we are going to use the rollover function, F4 number 1. Normally, we don't touch this F1 number 1 in planning. F1 number 1, right, is in the planning. F1 number 1 is for the rollover function. When you do the next year, you want to roll over. Okay? So this one normally I teach when I talk about subsequent year. But because in this function, there is one shortcut inside there to let you erase everything from your TB. That's why we also utilize this. Okay? So since this one is a dummy file, everyone, can you just follow me? Okay? So can everyone go to the audit planning? Because now I want to change the capital letter to small letter. Okay? So you go to F1 number 1, 3, okay? So here, this function, right, is actually for you to do second year rollover. This one you will see, I will use again on Thursday. But here, there is a function to delete everything. So I will not do the rollover. Can you uncheck those rollover function? So leave only one function to do, which is delete the current year and last year. Don't worry, you can delete one. Okay, so can you remove the tick for rollover? Remove the tick for rollover. Remain one tick there, which is delete current year and last year. Okay, so let's run. You see what happened? Run, okay, yes. So the TB already gone. How? Don't worry, because your pasting board still got the TB. So now we go to the pasting board. F4 number 3. You see this is the TB is here. Don't worry, the TB is here. Everyone, can you follow? Are you here? F4 number 3. If you're here, can you give me high five? I teach you a trick If you don't like your TB that you posted, you can erase everything. Then come back to the pasting board. Then you edit and post. This is where, remember, this is yesterday Irene teach you how to do the account grouping. So this is the only place that you can change the capital to small capital. Okay? Okay, so here I use F4 number 6. Then it changed to all small already. Okay, it changed to sentence case, and this, when you post, when you go out, it will become small, all at one go. So this is a faster way to change all capital to small letter if you forget. If you got forgotten in the first place, you forgotten to do this. Okay, so what I do is I record already for posting. Okay, yes. So it becomes your account PD or with sentence case. So can you do? Do you know what am I demonstrating? If you can do, can you give me high five? Okay, the mastery course, we will include these little things, which are some of the user will encounter. Okay, in normal training, we don't teach these tricks. Okay, in normal training, if you don't teach, that means you have to call our customer care. Okay, they will teach you. But now, because you all in mastery course, then we go into more detail. Mr. Wong and Miss Tan, you both of you all right there? Okay. So the idea is you erase everything, you repost the TV. Okay. Can follow? Thank you, Mr. Wong. Okay. Now we go to question number 7. So these are the steps that just now I did lah. Okay. So if you cannot remember, next time you come to this question number 6, you just follow one by one. Okay, then you will get the same result as I. Because I'm very familiar, I can do without referring to the description. I can do one by one. Okay, so now we go to question number 7. Okay, question number 7 is when you open the sublead, the command center never come up. Okay, it could happen. It could happen. So, but I'm not going to demonstrate to you one by one because here I just provide you with the solution. So next time when you remember, I have given you the solution before. You just come to this file to redo the arrow, the item in the arrow to set back the most likely the command center never come out or the add-in never come out is because the macro setting run away. Macro is the control setting in Excel. It's run away, then it will not allow those external things to appear. Okay, so what you need to do is just follow this step to put back the setting. All right, so you can refer to this question number 7. Okay, because even though I teach you now, there are so many click here, click there, click here, click there, you won't be remember. Okay, you won't be able to remember also. But the idea is the setting is gone. The macro setting is gone. All right, so you just set back the macro setting. Okay. All right, so this one I will pass. Next time when you are free, you can refer to this question number 7. When your command center never come up, or your add-in never come up. All right. So now we go to question number 8. Okay, when returning to financial statement editor, why does the interface show a rounding error again, even though a rounding error has been made? Okay, this one, I use this file to explain to you. Whoop. Okay. I will link back to the training file. This one cannot. Okay. Okay, I link to the session 1.1, the file, as S1.1. Okay, you see this file, right? This file is done. This file is done. So when we go to the annual report, it is not, the system also calculated there is no rounding error. Okay, that means it's perfect file. After rounded, there is no plus or minus. However, you say, yeah, I don't like leh. I want to plus 1 ringgit here and minus 1 ringgit there. Okay, this is the case that described in question number 8. Okay, so let's say you say, oh, because I want to tie this one and tie that one, so you go and plus 1 ringgit here. Okay, you can plus 1 ringgit here, then you can minus 1 ringgit here. My account still balance, right? Okay, my account still balance, right? So you thought, this one is a rounding error I made. Because originally is already balanced, but you still insist to plus 1 ringgit and minus 1 ringgit like this. So even though the first time the system allowed you, then you can generate the transfer spreadsheet. But next time, when you close the file already, you come back to the FSC. So I close the file. I close the Audit Express. Okay, now I open up again the Audit Express. When I come to the annual report, okay, you can see this one, the system will return back to the original. Okay, it will not take effect for this plus 1 and minus 1 because the system consider this one as a false rounding. It's already rounded, but you go and put the plus and minus. Okay, so this is what it means. If you really want it so bad, you can double click to make it come back. Then you regenerate the transfer spreadsheet again. So it will be as your wish. But next time when you come back again, it will return to 100 again. Understand? So this is programmed to be such because we don't want you to simply make this kind of plus and minus. Is a false rounding. So the solution is don't do this kind of adjustment if possible. Okay, if really not able, you must do this kind of adjustment. That means every time you want to generate the transfer spreadsheet, you need to go in double click to make it effective. Okay, so this one is a controller. All right. Okay. Question number 9. Question number 9 is talking about just now that one. The depreciation amount doesn't tie to the PPE movement. All right. Yeah. So basically, I have covered most all of the FAQ already. Okay. Are you okay so far? Do you have any question? If you don't have any question, can you give me high five? Okay, good. Okay, so basically these are the program that we intend to cover, except for the subsequent year. I will bring forward to Thursday. Okay. How about yourself? Do you have any question? Do you have any questions or any case that you encounter and you don't know how to do? You want us to solve, to advise you what to do? You can type into the chat room. You can type into the chat room. Okay. Of course, since you are returning tomorrow and Thursday, you can ask again on tomorrow, Thursday. Okay. So if you have no question, you can give me a high five. Then I can let you leave early by 10 minutes. How about Mr. Wong and Ms. Tan? Do you have any question? Mr. Wong, do you have any question? Okay, if you cannot think of any question at the moment, so tomorrow you start working on this the step 1 to step 7 or so, and you or your friend or your colleagues have problems to ask, issue to ask, you can feel free to ask in tomorrow training, or you can always ask in the WhatsApp group. Okay, we will try our best to address to you. All right. So if that is the case, then I think I will leave you here for today. So Irene will continue tomorrow for session 2. It's mostly on the annual report construction. All right. Then I'll see you on Thursday. Okay, to wrap up the thing. Thank you so much for your time and thank you for your attendance. All right, I'll see you again. Bye bye.